Now recording. Holy shit.
Dímelo, mi gente. It's Adrian starting off the podcast this week. This is episode 2 of the Puerto Ricans podcast. I'm joined as always by my longtime friends, Alejandro, aka Navia, and Carlos, aka Charlie. Today, we're going to be talking about how it was moving to the United States after, basically being born and raised here in Puerto Rico and seeing how much it differs from life on here. So enjoy.
By the way, I just want to say one thing.
What?
It's so weird. I don't like saying Puerto Rico. I really don't like saying Puerto Rico. But I can't. But I know. But I can't like speak English and then say Puerto Rico like normal. Like it takes a pause for me. It's so hard. Like I really have to think about it before I
Wait,
say
how did I say
Puerto
it?
Rico. No, I said Puerto Rico. You said it like an American. But
Fuck.
it's not bad because it's really hard like to say it in Spanish when you're talking in English.
This is also getting cut out, by the way, I assume, right?
Why? What, dude? Why do you want to cut everything?
No, because I mean, like, it's eating into like the time. So, like,
It's a podcast. We're talking shit. We're talking pure shit. Like I said in the first episode, we're just putting shit inside your ears. Shit, all the shit inside your ears.
Okay, so I got a couple things. So first of all, totally agree with Navia. I cannot just like on a dime start saying stuff in Spanish like with PR accent or whatever. It just doesn't work. Like people that do that are from like Ecuador, Colombia, or some like I don't fucking know. I can't do that shit. Second of all, my sister listened to the first episode and then she wrote back to me and she said, "You guys said shit way too many times in the beginning," and I was like, "That wasn't me," but here it comes again. Lovely. And number 3, my girlfriend also listened to the episode, and when she saw us bashing on what's the guy Adam Sandler, she was like, "You uncultured swines! Of course, you've only seen the bad, which has been the recent, and the bad, which was like the beginning. You haven't seen the good middle." And so she went on to educate me, or try to educate me that there are a couple Adam Sandler movies that are actually good. And I have a couple right here in case anyone wants to know.
just to redeem
Okay.
yourself from the first episode.
Yeah,
Look.
so that I don't get castrated by my girl.
Look, Adam Sandler is he's an okay comedian. Let's say that. Like he's pretty good. He's like a very good comedian and shit. But he has not the best movies. And people have to accept that. But I'm not saying like I'm expecting an Oscar winning movie from Adam Sandler because I'm not. It's never going to happen unless he acts in a movie that's not produced by Happy Madison, which is his production company. Happy Madison is never going to win an Oscar. I can say that. I can
I
promise
don't think
that.
it's trying to.
I know
I agree.
that's the thing.
I agree, but
So
what I'm saying is that yes, the movies that have come out recently, like from like 2000 and on, are all not great. The grand majority are not great, but there was a span of movies. Like he did have a portion. Like one of the reasons he is so successful is because there were some movies that actually were good, and some of them include Big Daddy, Click was good, Grown Ups we all like. Zohan is on the bottom of that list, but I think it's good. Bedtime Stories I like. Just Go With It I like, and 50 First Dates is good. So that is my list. I've seen all of those. I do enjoy all of them. And not all of them are stupid comedy. Obviously, it's Adam Sandler, so always gonna have some stupid comedy, but not all. A good amount of them have more to show. So before he became like a formula.
Be honest with yourself.
No, I am being honest with myself. I've seen
You're
most of those.
you're playing yourself.
And I like. Well, all of those I've seen and I like. Most of those I've seen and have more elements than just stupid comedy. I saw one the other day. I saw Wedding Singer, which is also good. I do like that one as well.
Okay, so by the way, and before we start the topic of this podcast, I did eat spicy hot wings before starting this podcast. So I can't promise you I will not shit myself at the end of this podcast. So hey, we might be surprised.
Oh Lord.
Like if it's like way at the beginning, like half hour through the podcast, then I'm going to shit. Then I'm coming back. I'm just gonna do it. Fuck it.
That's fine.
But hey, let's go. Let's
Adrian,
go.
start us
Let's
Yeah,
go.
off.
let's
Let's
go.
do this shit. Let's
Let's go.
do
Let's
this
actually
shit.
talk about our topic. Yeah, I know. So I was telling Carlos just before we started. It's like I think like Carlos and I, we both like move to the States for college. So like I went to a big public university in Michigan. You went to like a small private university in Virginia. Like so we both moved to the United States, but we all have like very different like scenarios into which we moved in. But anyway, like we still moved to the United States for 4 years basically, and I would compare it to basically it wasn't even like moving from a state to another state, like because I feel like people that move maybe from like I don't know, like California to fucking Texas don't get as many questions as someone moving from Puerto Rico to Michigan. Okay, like I would compare it more to like moving from another country to like the United States. Like, do you think that's like a valid point I'm making, or like do you
Um,
agree on that?
so I think that is a very valid point, and I personally don't have the exact experience you've had because I have a lot of family. I have cousins in Orlando. I have step family in New York, and I have like traveled to visit them like once a year at least for a lot time for at least a decade or 2 decades or so. So I have been exposed to US culture to the point where when I moved for college, it wasn't like a big change at all to me. Like it was like as easy as walking out of my room and going to high school. Um, but I do acknowledge that there are a lot of differences. Um, and as a kid, I noticed a lot of them. So yeah, so I,
Confirmed.
I would agree
Carlos
with
is an American.
you. What?
Confirmed. Carlos, you're an American.
I
Confirmed.
mean,
You're not
so are
Puerto
you.
Rican.
Look at your passport.
Fuck you, dude. That's not the same. That's not what I'm talking about. It's not anything that I'm talking about, dude. Fuck that. I'm saying that you fit right in. Like every time I go to the US, I'm like, this is so fucking weird. Like people
Why
are too weird there. Like I
Why
can't.
why do you think the title is Puerto Ricans? There's a reason for this. Adriana and I fit there like as if we were born there pretty much. Not
Well,
not
the thing
necessarily
is, it's not
culturally.
like it. Well, no, that's the thing. It wasn't fitting in. The problem wasn't fitting in. The problem is, it's just because again, I mean, I don't. I never went to the States as much as you did. Obviously, growing up, like obviously, I took my trips with my family here and there, but like, I mean, fitting in wasn't the problem. I mean, I speak perfect English. I mean, some people think that we like grow up with some like different shit here, and it's not. Like, I once no, I got a story. I
Yo,
got
people think we for real, like 100% go to the US on canoes. Like
no, there
I
are those
swear to
people. There's
God.
definitely those people. There's those people that think
They
Puerto Rico's in Central America.
they think our
Yeah.
houses are made of fucking palm trees and shit.
Creen que estamos en unos bohíos ahí, tú sabes.
Yeah, basically. It's so dumb.
Yeah, no, but no, I got a story for you about that. No, like wasn't even like when I moved to the States, like for college. This was like I went to a summer program for it was 2 weeks, I believe. Yeah, 2 weeks. Summer of 2013. Uh, and I like people were asking me like, oh, what do you guys do for fun down there? Like, but like the way they asked me
Down
about
under.
yeah, no, like yeah, first off, like that, but like they also like asked me like if I was like again like from a foreign country, basically. And so I decided to get funny about it. I'm pretty sure I've told both of you this story, but like they were like, "Oh yeah," I was like, "Oh yeah, we just got this." I'm a reminder. This is 2013. I was like, "Yeah, we just got this new thing. It's called the Nintendo 64. It's amazing," and they fucking believed me.
I
Oh
got
shit.
I
No,
I
no
got a
way.
story as well.
I highly doubt that one. Come
What?
I
on.
No,
okay,
Nintendo
no,
64?
dude. They
That
were
was a
like, no, no, no.
20-year-old
I think
console
you
at
know
that
what? No,
time.
no. That's the thing. I think they didn't believe me either, but like they also didn't want to say shit because at the very like improbable chance that like I was telling the truth, they were like, "Damn, if we tell them no way, then we maybe sound racist or some shit."
I
Probably.
got a
But
story.
hey, like okay, you go first.
So okay, so this was like Adriana was going for like it was like a 10-day or 2-week program, uh like pre-med style, like preparation program at UPenn. So like you're expecting people that are smart and educated to be there. So meet a couple people, I'm talking, and then conversation comes to the topic of yeah, I'm from Puerto Rico. And then one guy goes like, wait, where is that? I'm like, well, I mean, it's an island in the Caribbean Sea there. And he's like, oh, the Caribbean Sea. Oh, yeah, I thought that was a lake. And I'm like, whoa,
What?
whoa. And then I was
It
like,
literally had
Uh,
sea in
and then
the
I
name.
and then I pulled up a map and I was like, yeah, where that island down there? I was like, oh, I thought that you guys were just like part of Cuba and that whole thing there was just Cuba. And I'm like, wait, you thought PR, the Dominican Republic, and Haiti were just a big part of Cuba? You cool. Okay.
fucking commies.
I'm like, okay.
Fucking communist.
That shit was
Oh, dude,
insane, man.
no.
That was like second impression of this dude, and I was like, "Oh my!" Like, I really, like, on my bottom of my heart, I hope you're taking the piss out of me. But he actually sounded so like dumbfounded and like confused when I was explaining to him that there was no way he was faking it. Like, there was just no way. It
Oh, yes, the Great Caribbean Lakes. Jesus
Obviously
Christ.
the canoe stuff has always been a
Dude,
part of it. Oh my god.
question? When did this happen?
This was
What,
This was the summer of, like, 2014. Dude, like,
dude, what the fuck? By that time, there were probably 4 Pirates of the Caribbean
dude,
movies. Pirates of the fucking Caribbean. Like, it's in the fucking title, dude. Like, do you think pirates were in fucking lakes? Why? Like,
dude, it was amazing. That was also, like, after that huge earthquake in Haiti, so, like, you must have
oh yeah,
you
of
must have
course. Yeah.
known
Oh
that,
my
like
god. That's bad.
you must have known that at least there was more than one territory in that area. It wasn't just all.
But where was this guy from? Like,
So
was
he
he
was
in fucking
British, but he
Oklahoma or
lives in
something? Like in the
Florida.
middle of nowhere? Oh my god.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, like, yeah, he has to be dumb. Come on. Like, come on. A British guy that says, yes, I want to live in Florida.
I mean,
Some of that Florida shit. I want that air.
it was
Give me some of that
yeah, but
Florida
but
air.
yeah, it was insane. But yeah, that was one of the first times that I was like, wow, people really don't know what the fuck is like people just learn the 50 states and then they're like the rest is like bye. Bye.
I mean, hey, now people know about Puerto Rico because of Alexa plays Despacito.
Jesus Christ.
And I really hope someone out there is listening to this on speaker or on a fucking sound on a fucking Alexa so that she reacts to this and plays Despacito. I just want to troll somebody. Anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, like the reason why I say it's so different and I don't like it is because I'm so used to talking Spanish. And I'm not bad at speaking English, as you guys can see. But I mean, one time I was in Connecticut because my aunt lives there, and we went to Best Buy. And I want you guys to know, like I was probably like 10 years old because I wanted to go to Best Buy to buy a game for the PSP. Yeah, the
Holy shit,
PSP.
man.
What a time.
We
What
didn't
a
even have
Yeah,
time.
Best
good
Buy.
times, good fucking times. So yeah, like I went to this Best Buy, and by the way, Best Buys are all constructed the same way. So the inside of a Best Buy here is the same inside of a Best Buy anywhere, probably. So like I went to this Best Buy, and there were some Puerto Ricans near me because in Connecticut there are a lot of Puerto Ricans, and they were talking Spanish. So I was like used to getting like hearing Spanish now and shit. And so I go to one of the employees, and he was blonde with blue eyes in Connecticut, so you know he's American.
Yeah.
But little silly old me went to him and says, "Sí, buena. Quiero. Ustedes tienen WWE 2K10 para PSP?" And he was like, WWE, and I was like, yeah, WWE. And he was like, oh, yeah, I got it. I was like, oh shit, if I let him see me again, I will fucking shit my pants. Because like, what the fuck was that? Like, I started talking Spanish to the guy. He was like, oh shit, I want to talk to this little fucking Mexican kid now. Like, you know, it was so weird. It was such a weird experience. And like, yeah, like it really threw him off and it threw me off when he talked to me in English, because I was like, oh wait, fuck, I'm not in Puerto Rico. But yeah, like that was like kind of traumatizing. Also, one time I was at it was Christmas and I was at my aunt's house and she invited like some of the neighbors. And one of the neighbors, this was pretty recent. This was after Hurricane Maria because I went there on Christmas because I wanted air conditioning and shit. You know, I wanted light and shit. So like one of these Americans was like, "Wow, you speak like very fluently in English. Like how do you talk like that?" And I'm like, "Fucking practicing, I guess. Like what the fuck am I supposed to tell you? Like I was born with an English chip on my head or something? Like no, bro. Like what the fuck are you talking
Do they
about?"
think?
She was like, "Wow."
Yeah, no.
Like she was actually impressed of my English. I was like, "Why? It's such a basic fucking language." Like
Okay,
Okay, yeah.
Carlos, how many times have you heard that same thing?
Okay, so um the reason, I don't know about Adrian, but my reason for speaking English, like I think I have pretty um good English. Like I don't think I have an accent, but the reason for that is because I worked for it. Because I have 4 cousins that live in Orlando, and we, like I said, we visited them like once a year at least, and so that I could talk to them and be like better acquainted with them, I made it like my goal to learn English. So like I would really try hard. Like I had a lot of TV and like Cartoon Network and shit like that. So like everything's in English. Everything there's in English. So like I at least had that. I was listening to that every day, and then I would just like practice a lot when I talked to them. So I started learning English really young so that I could talk to them and communicate. And you can see the difference between me and my sister because she didn't really try to learn English like that until she was older. So she definitely has an accent, like very noticeable. So that was my reason.
yeah, but the thing is like English is an easy language, but obviously you have to try because it's like learning how to ride a bike. You have to try to learn it. Like if you just go there and say I know how to ride a bike without knowing, you're gonna fall on your ass and like hit
I
hard,
wouldn't say English isn't
like or a skateboard.
Yeah, I wouldn't say English is an easy language. I think it's easier than Spanish because it doesn't have a shit a ton of conjugations and stuff, but, like, still, like, a language is a language. It's like scientifically, the earlier you try to learn it, the better it'll be for your body, but you need exposure to it. Um, and so
Of
we were
course,
lucky that we went to, like, high school and middle schools where English was enforced. Like, we had a couple classes and textbooks where it was just English no matter what. So we kinda had to know it a little bit, and then when we got to high school, that shit was everywhere, man. That was, like, the only class that wasn't Spanish was Spanish, and fucking, like, that was it. We live
Okay,
in
but wait. Let's to clarify your point. I mean, yes, all of our textbooks and shit were in English, but I mean, the classes were being given in Spanish, with the exception of English, of course. But just to clarify that point.
Yeah, but that makes it even that, like, makes you learn even better because you're reading a textbook in English, and then you're being taught the material in Spanish, so you really gotta know both or you're fucking you're done for.
yeah, but that has nothing to do with an accent though.
Well, it has some of it to do because it depending on how early on you were exposed to that, like, the accent, like, or how much you spoke in the beginning, like, the accent kinda goes away. Um, I would have an accent if I didn't start speaking Spanish really early. I know I would because it's the same thing that happened to my sister. And it's not like it's a bad thing. Like, thinking back into it, like, I learned that people in the States like the accent more than not. Like, at least the people I've hung out with, like, they like the accent more than they don't because it brings a lot of
Of course, but they're like all Americans are kind of self-centered.
okay, well, I
Come
mean,
on.
not really, but
Hacho, como acabamos de antagonizar a
not
todo
really,
Estados Unidos.
but,
Dude, no, I'm gonna be straight up honest, because okay, so what I how can I tell you? So like more Americans make fun of people with an accent than like basically anyone, because it's like, haha, you don't know how to speak English. It's like, dude, what the fuck, you know? Like it doesn't fucking matter. I'm speaking your language. So like the fact that a lot of people learn English to speak to Americans and Americans don't learn other languages to speak to other people. I'm not saying everyone, but like Americans kind of expect the whole world to know English so that they can visit and, you know, talk English because it's the motherland language, you know what I'm
okay,
saying?
I agree. like I agree with what you're saying that it's highly expected. It's a sad reality that because that happened to me when I went to Europe. Like I would have been there's a lot of countries in Europe that have English as one of their languages, but I wouldn't say it's like, oh, Americans are self-centered and they like yes, a good amount of them are, but that like to those who aren't, it's unfair to say that okay, yeah, you guys are all self-centered because they're not. Like there are people that do want to learn other languages and they understand that it is unjust that
No,
people have
like
to
there
like
are
adjust
Americans.
to like English.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying all of them because I mean it's impossible that out of like fucking how much Americans are there? Like a billion?
Five
Are
hundred
there?
million,
Like
something like that.
is that the number? Yeah, so like whatever. So the amount of Americans there are, like all of them be self-centered. It's impossible. But like, come
It's
on, you know what I'm
okay. No, no,
saying?
I get it. I get what you're saying. It's like almost
it's
it's a
out
bit of a
there.
cultural thing, honestly. But like it's also just first off, I mean,
It's
going.
like Puerto Ricans and fucking mofongo. Like not every Puerto Rican likes mofongo,
I mean,
but like most of
yeah,
us
most
do.
of us
Like
do.
Love
most of
it.
us
Yeah,
do. Like
exactly.
we have to. We have to love that
Exactly.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exacto. And no, but I mean, going back to the thing about like the accent thing, you see, I obviously learned English from very early age because I mean, we were watching the same TV shows. We were watching Cartoon Network, we were watching Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, all those shit. That's all in English. So you're learning English through that. Obviously, you're learning Spanish because it's the language everyone's talking. So I mean, I basically that's how I personally felt I learned English. Like I just showed up at elementary school. I mean, obviously we have an English class, but I like it wasn't like, oh, this is a whole new language to me. So
Agreed.
there's that, and I always thought I didn't have an accent, but apparently, like when I showed up to Michigan, everybody was like, "No, you have an accent." And I was like, "Really? From where?" It's like, it's somewhere, I guess, but like you do have some. I'm like, "What?" So even me, I didn't realize. I always felt I didn't because I always talked English so much and shit. But like,
I
I
have
guess I do
never
have an accent. I don't know.
I've never been told I have an accent. Like I feel like I do. Like when I listen to myself because my voice is naturally higher pitched, I feel like I have like just an interesting voice.
Your voice higher pitch? No, no way.
Oh
No
my god, dude.
way.
Uh,
But like so I feel like I have
Talking
something
about.
going on there, but I've never been told by someone you have an accent.
That's what she said.
oh, come on.
Lord.
No, but also adding to the point, like a like all this thing about like the learning two languages thing. So yeah, we learned two languages basically because it's I mean it's the thing that we went through. Obviously, like again, all television, movies, all that shit's in English. Obviously, you can like put it in Spanish some way, maybe some TV, yeah, sure. But yeah, I mean we learned English that way and that type of stuff. But like going like if you talk to people like especially like I remember going into Michigan like obviously it has a 2-year language requirement which I mean you can take some semesters off if you like take a test and you know it shows that you have some fluidity or like fluency or whatever I don't even know what the word would be um with the language you can maybe skip a few semesters but I mean it's all treated the idea of learning two languages for most people again not everyone for most it's treated more like oh it's a chore it's this thing I gotta get past in college and then I forget completely about it like oh I'll take my 2 years of Spanish and just never speak Spanish again take my 2 years of whatever language and never talk it again so like no I actually I was scared because I thought they were gonna see where I was from and they were like oh this guy already knows Spanish and English so let's make him learn a third language but no then they just let me like take the test to like place out of Spanish and I was like psych.
Dude, dude. I also had to take a second language because liberal arts college, you gotta most of them require a second language. And I took like an online placement one to just and if you get like above a certain score, it's like indicative that you shouldn't take like 100 or 200 level, so you should be good. But then they go like, okay,
Honestly, I don't know what the
if
fuck
you
you're
get
talking about.
above a certain score, then they go like, okay, well now you gotta take your score to like the cultural office or whatever, and we're gonna ask you to take a written test, like an in-person test, and then we're gonna have like a faculty in the Spanish department or whatever language department administer that test, and they will like determine where you place. And I go in there and I'm like, okay, well here's my score. Like obviously it's like ridiculously high for like Spanish, and then I go like, "Hey, I'm from Puerto Rico. Do I really have to take this written test?" Like like I was speaking in Spanish. I was like, "Oye, cómo está? Hola. Um, do I really gotta take this?" And the guy looked at me dead in the eye, and he was like, "Could you please just sit down and take the test, please? Like, I know it sucks, but please." And I'm like, "Come on, man! Like, 18 years of speaking Spanish and writing Spanish, and you want me to sit here and tell you in 3 paragraphs why, like, education should be either, like, better book smart or street smart kinda thing. And I'm like,
I love that
"Yeah,
you
it'll."
remember the topic.
Well, because it was so annoying. It was only like 10 minutes of my day, but it was really annoying that I gotta talk to someone in Spanish and still take a written test telling them why I know Spanish. It was just, like,
You s-
really
the
annoying.
f- the funniest thing about that though is like it's not even, oh, I've spent 18 years, speaking it or like, writing in it and whatever. It's like literally the native language of where you're from.
Yeah,
It's like English is our second language. Like it's not like the official one, so like what the fuck?
yeah.
But to Americans, it
Oh
is
god.
Oh, Lord.
because I
I
mean we're
mean,
a
no, no,
fucking
no, no,
colony, dude.
for
We're a fucking
sure.
colony.
I mean, we are, but
It's 2020. We're
¿Cómo
a
estamos, mi
fucking
gente de la colonia?
colony.
that's still not the word that you'll see. I think it's protectorate. I think that's the
No, no,
word.
no, it's
That's, like,
Commonwealth.
No. It's
No, no,
Commonwealth,
no,
fucking
no, no,
Commonwealth.
no,
colony.
no, pero no, 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 no. Carlos is it saying like how it's shown in like our history books or like explaining like like people like it's a fucking
In
colony.
Congress,
Any Americans
Congress,
listening to this, it's called a Commonwealth politically. Like that's what we're called. It's a fucking colony. We're the last
But it's a
fucking colony
colony.
on Earth. Congratulations. You
we
own
are.
us. You
We
own us.
Dude, the fact that so many countries are not colonies today that should be colonies. Like there are a lot of countries that are way more fucked than we are, yet we're the fucking colony. Anyways, fuck that theme. I just wanted to ask you guys, what the fuck did you guys do for fun in college? Because in Puerto Rico, we have fun everywhere. In America, there's no fun to do.
Okay.
Like I've
Okay,
asked,
mira, no seas tan malo.
hey, I went dude, in Connecticut. There's
Okay.
nothing fun to
Oh, bro, you're
do.
in Connecticut. Dude, the only thing you're gonna do in
Nothing.
Connecticut is like what, go to New Haven or something. Maybe catch a Huskies game if they're in
Yo,
the
I
like
know for a fact some people that we know because we know a few people that went to UConn.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, but you can like in Yukon. Yeah, what you
Honestly, no,
drank?
I actually toured.
Congratulations,
I
dude.
actually went to UConn and
Congratulations.
toured it because it
You
was one of
just
the schools that like I was closest to going to, or like was like a possible choice. And like immediately I was like, well, the campus is cool, the vibe is cool. There's nothing out here for miles. I don't like this at all.
you went to fucking
Dude, no,
Michigan,
no,
dude.
but like the
What are
thing,
you
okay,
talking
wait,
about?
no, man. Shout out to Ann Arbor. Y'all are a great city. There's a lot to do in Ann Arbor, okay? Hey, man,
Fuck Ann Arbor.
fuck.
Fuck Cody.
Man, why you name dropping my roommate like that, man?
No, man. This is just between me and him. Fuck
Okay.
Cody. But I love you. Fuck.
So
Yeah, no, but like, I mean, yeah, no, Ann Arbor. Okay, the thing is, first thing is it dies down immediately once it gets too cold, especially for me. I'm not going to be outside for extended periods of time if it's cold, unless it's snowing, which in case, I'm going to go out to have fun in the snow. I mean, like, who wouldn't? Uh, I did break my ass basically once sledding. The snow covered a tree stump, and I slid down the hill, and went right over the tree stump, cracked the sled. I'm surprised it didn't hurt me even more, but I was walking with a limp for like a week. And what's even better, it was caught on video. Like I have the video because my roommate, who you name dropped, recorded the whole thing.
Oh, please send it.
I'll send it to you
Yeah.
after this is over. But yeah,
Just so I can post it on.
But
Just
yeah,
so I
no,
can
but-
post it on Instagram. By the way, follow us on Instagram, Puerto Ricans podcast.
yeah, no, I mean, I honestly always liked the town. Like, it's obviously almost everyone's gone because it's summer, but like I liked it more when it was summer because obviously nice weather, great weather actually. Like, it's not the scorching heat we have here, so I can go out and not sweat my ass.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
It's like-
It's like, dude, 94 is casual.
94 feels like 107 casual.
Dude, no, so yeah, like being out in like
Casual.
70-degree weather, like, oh, dude, it feels like you're in air conditioning all day. It's amazing. I mean, there's also Ann Arbor hosts like a bunch of events during the summer, so like it's honestly like a lot of fun to be there, but also not as fun as Puerto Rico. I will always stand by like Puerto Rico en donde el jangueo, tú sabes.
Like, yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, I'd rather be sweating my ass off and drinking some cold ones in La Placita. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather hear to Bad Bunny and Daddy Yankee and fucking Joy Randy, all the fucking todos los raperos, you know, like all of them over and over and over and over on repeat for a full night while drinking fucking anything, being drunk in the street, which you can't do in the US. Like, you can't fucking drink in the beach. You can't drink anywhere in the US unless you're inside a bar or it's a festival.
Yeah, no, it's lame. It's
It's fucking stupid. This is why Americans don't like each other.
If we let them drink at the beach, there would be peace.
If you like you know that Pepsi commercial, like switch it up with
Oh,
Bud
Lord.
Light, and it's a completely different commercial. Like, let's
It's like
be
we
honest.
solved racism, like the Pepsi ad, but
with Bud Light. Like, oh yeah, but no. Yeah, we addressed this
Yeah, no.
last episode.
Also,
about
I mean,
fuck
just a
racism.
quick shout out. Like, I think because we're recording this like today, the 6th. This is coming out a week later. But today was like a bunch of protests around the country. So shout out to everyone that went out and protest that, man. That shit was beautiful to
Yeah,
like
but
look
please stay
at.
safe out there. Please
Yeah,
stay
please.
safe. Wear a mask. We're still undergoing a pandemic.
Yes.
So protest, stay in a safe manner, please. Okay, so my perspective on this. So Adrian went to Ann Arbor, big city. A lot of stuff happens. You know. I went to
Big city under quotes. Come on,
Yeah,
let's
no,
be
I'm gonna
honest.
yeah,
Ann
no, I'm
Arbor
gonna
is
jump in
like
here real quick, and I'm gonna correct you. It is a city. It has a
Ann
downtown,
Arbor,
but like it's a city in the way like it's not a big city because there's not.
a Torrey.
Cabron. It's like it's like a a city with like a lot of like the 2-story, 3-story buildings. Although now there's like a bunch of high-rise apartments that no one can afford going up, which makes no sense. I don't know what college student has the fund. Well, rich kids have the funds to pay for it, and I know who they are. I've seen them in class. They got like because all those high rises have like a key that's not like like an actual key, It's like a electronic tag thing that they use to open all their doors, including their apartment. So you can easily identify. All of them wear them on their like fucking arms like a bracelet, and it's like I don't know. I always felt that was some elitist shit, man. But yeah, no. Ann Arbor is a city, and it's like it's a
Big flex.
suburban city, and
okay, but what
know
I
what I
mean is like
mean?
it's bigger than where I
I mean,
went.
compared to
Okay,
Carlos,
so I went to University of Richmond, Virginia. Richmond is the capital of Virginia. It is a lovely city. It is beautiful.
the
It
middle
is beautiful, but
in the middle of butt
it
fuck
is in the middle
nowhere.
of buttfuck nowhere. Like you have DC about 2 hours away. You got Virginia Beach in the other direction, like another 2 hours away. You have like Busch Gardens like an hour and a half away. You got UVA about another hour and a half away, or Colonial Williamsburg another hour and a half away. So like it's
Who the
a
fuck wants to
decent.
go to Colonial Williamsburg?
A lot of people. I haven't been to it, but a lot of
I'm
people.
gonna. I said that as a joke, but I've been there.
Oh Lord.
Nah, y'all are tripping
So
ass,
yeah,
dude.
so
What the fuck are you doing over there?
so it's there's not a lot to do. I remember visiting with my sister like before I went to college, and she was like dying because she was like, I could never go to college here. Like there's nothing to do. There are things to do, but it's not New York, it's not
But
Boston,
there's not.
it's not Los Angeles, like it's not Houston or Miami
It's
or
not
anything.
Puerto
It's not
Rico.
Puerto Rico. So like let me give you some perspective. To me, that didn't matter because I went to college and I wanted a campus that wasn't too big. All I wanted was like different seasons. And I was going there to mainly study and then like have some fun if I had the time. Um,
Yo. We have different seasons in
we
Puerto
don't.
Rico.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
In December, people go out with Jack.
Yeah, if you're in the mountains, like at 65.
No.
Hasta yo,
No.
even me
Well,
sometimes.
you're pussy. You're
Oh no,
pussyo.
dude, you're fucking
You're
crazy.
a
I was
pussyo.
like, people who wear jackets in December are fucking
Yeah, you're a pussyo.
ridiculous because it's fucking 80 degrees.
Yeah,
Like, hey, it's cold in Puerto Rico. Yeah, 80 degrees. Anyways, did you know that it snows in Puerto Rico?
yeah, like
You want to know
¿Qué
where?
carajo tú hablas?
rarely,
Hail
very.
In
doesn't.
Plaza Las Americas, the
My
biggest ball of Puerto Rico.
oh,
I was like, I was
yep.
hoping that you were like saying like including hail because it does hail in Puerto Rico. So I was like, I swear to God,
What?
Yeah, it's hailed like once or
Really?
twice
you
a
didn't know
right,
this?
yeah, every now and then.
No.
It's
Yeah,
rare, but
like up
every
in
now
the
and then.
mountains. Yeah, no, you don't like. It doesn't take as much cold to like form hail as it does snow. Like it's a different process.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
Science.
anyways. Fuck science.
Yeah,
Flat Earth.
science,
Fuck yeah.
bitch.
Fuck science. Flat Earth. Let's go, people. Flat Earthers.
Climate
Just by the way,
isn't real.
climate change is not real at
I gotta
all. By the
retract
way,
that statement though, because I'm a science major, natural sciences major. So I'm just gonna clarify that I do. But climate change is real. Fuck climate change. It's like it gotta be solved. Anyway,
And by-
continue.
by the way, I'm being sarcastic for all you flat earthers. You're dumb fucks. I don't like you. If you don't want to listen to my podcast, fuck you too. Get off. Like, I don't want your stupidity near me. I don't want to lose IQ points. Because, dude, what the fuck? Flat Earth, dude? What the- anyways.
Can I?
Oh, by the way, I was watching Space Force on
I saw it.
Netflix. And they throw a joke of the flat Earth. It's so good. It's so good. Like,
Oh,
I
dude, I saw Space Force 2, and it's kind of mediocre, honestly.
No, I agree with
in
that.
my
Yeah,
opinion.
I think it's watchable, but I don't think it's great. I think it's just there. It's average.
I mean, people expected a lot because it was written by The Office, but I really liked it. Because come on, Steve Carell singing Aruba, Jamaica.
Oh no, that was one of the
Like, come
highlights.
on.
That was one of the highlights.
Yeah, but
go
anyways,
back.
like back to the topic. Yeah, I forgot about the topic. I forgot what I was saying.
So as a freshman, like I did most of my partying in. Okay, so I did most of my partying in my like entire life. I did it as a junior, senior in high school in PR. That's when I went like the craziest of my life.
That gives me depression, bro.
I know.
Like,
When I
like what the
when I
fuck?
went to college, obviously I'm no longer of age. I'm 18. I can't buy beer, and I don't really want to spend my money. So like I would go as a freshman. I went to a couple frat houses, and I would go to clubs downtown and shit. Um, and that was a thing. I would go to like pre's and shit like that, and that was a thing like for my freshman year. But after freshman year, classes started getting really fucking demanding because of just because of my major. Like I'm a chemistry major and I was doing pre-med, so like I had a lot of prereqs and they were not like lining up properly. Like it was just not a fun time. So I pretty much had to say bye to a lot of my social interactions, and it was just kind of me and my books for like 3 years. But Richmond,
That's
The life of a
so
pre-med,
sad.
man.
Richmond as a city, I will agree, it doesn't have a lot of life like for a partier, but you know, it's for a person like me, like I enjoy a lot of festivals, like in terms of like food festivals, and there's like they close down streets and they have like cultural things. There's a lot of fucking delicious food in Richmond. Holy fucking shit. Like you go anywhere and there's just like restaurant after restaurant after restaurant of deliciousness. It's not cheap, but you know, if you're not wasting money on beer or liquor, you can waste it on good food. So it's kind of worth it. So it's got
You know, I'm gonna say the same thing about Ann Arbor. Shout out to Ann Arbor. They got some amazing food. Again, it's not cheap. That's why I barely ate any of it, and I like almost never. But like when I did, holy shit!
yeah.
You guys are literally describing Puerto Rico. Honestly,
No, there's great
yeah,
food.
festivals.
Honestly.
Okay. Puerto Rican food.
No, yeah, it's
so
more
fucking good.
international.
Puerto Rican food is so fucking good. Every time I go back, I gain like 10 pounds because it's just so fucking good.
Oh,
Tell me about that.
uf, mano. Acho, cuando llega la Navidad y el lechón sale, brother. Uf.
No, fuck that. Like, honestly, I prefer. Okay. It's gonna be kind of controversial, but I kind of prefer Mexican food. I'm gonna tell you why.
To any other
Not that
food?
controversial.
Yeah, to any. Yeah, I don't know, but to Puerto Rican food. Like, I prefer Mexican over Puerto Rican food, and it's kind of controversial in Puerto Rico because people are like, "But mofongo." Like, dude, okay, mofongo is like amazing as shit, but yo, Mexican food is the shit.
Oh, dude, it is totally the shit.
Amazing at food.
Oh no, Mexicans like Mexican food is some of the best food out there. And like thankfully I had people that took me to like authentic Mexican places in
Yeah, no, authentic Mexican.
Exactly. No,
Like,
I'm not talking about
fucking-
Chipotle,
Shout out.
motherfucker, whatever. Like
not Taco Bell.
I have a friend, she knows who she is. That
Auroritas is actually not authentic Mexican.
Well,
by
it's
the way.
authentic. They have
Just
it is
like-
authentically owned by Mexicans, and they only hire like Latinos and like Southern American people.
I mean, I was about to say, I was like,
but it's not authentic Mexican.
can I just interject? Technically, we are Latinos, so like, what the fuck?
No, I mean they only hire like.
You said that like you excluded Puerto Ricans from Latinos.
No, but they don't. They only hire
I mean, Latinos do it.
They only hire like Central
Americans.
Americans, and it's like a family. Like they only hire like friends of the people that own the place. Like
Okay,
it's like a family and friend business. That's why there's no like other place you can find.
Still not authentic.
But no, dude. Jumping off that Mexican,
Fuck
the Mexican.
Auroritas. For all Puerto Ricans listening to this podcast, fuck Auroritas. And yeah, I know the people who are gonna text me and say, no, fuck you. But by the way, fuck you in advance. Dude, fuck you in advance.
Just roll over and die. Like
Oh yeah.
Auroritas is not even close to the best Mexican restaurant in fucking Puerto Rico, okay? Everybody who says
Zumba.
that don't
Dime,
eat Mexican food.
dime.
They don't
Okay,
eat Mexican
mira. The best Mexican food I had in Puerto Rico.
Acapulco. Stop. Shut the fuck up. Better than Auroritas. Acapulco. Callejero. Sabor de México. Tacolandia.
No he ido a los otros tres. No he
What?
ido a los otros
What?
tres.
Bro, I'm gonna ear rape the fuck out of this
I
podcast right
haven't been
now,
to the
dude.
first three you
Like,
said. I will acknowledge. So I can't place judgment on them. But I've been to Tacolandia many times. And Manny, like our close
it's
friend Manny,
better.
will live and
better.
die by the gravy in those burritos. I don't like it as much.
Then you don't like authentic Mexican
Well,
food.
have you been to Mexico? Have you been to Mexico and tried their food? Because it gives you diarrhea. I'm telling you now.
I don't have money to go to Mexico, bro. Like I'm fucking poor. Like like right. I win $8 the hour. Okay, I'm not I'm not making bank to go to Mexico.
Okay, well,
right
I'm just saying, like, Mexican food is all well and great, and I love it. It's like top 3 of my types of food to eat. But when I went to Mexico to try, like, to have it like authentic, real authentic Mexican food, and I will talk more about this and whenever we talk about traveling, it's not the same. It's not the same. Like, trust me, authentic PR
Yeah,
is
because
not authentic.
you're not used to it.
No, but authentic Mexican food in PR is not the same as authentic Mexican food in Mexico. Like, there is a slight difference.
No, but
Absolutely
that's
not.
the thing. Like I've been to like my dad has been to Mexico, right? And he went to Tijuana and he was there for like 3 months or something. He went to work there. And yeah, he says the same thing. And we went to Sabor de Mexico, which is close to my house, and he said this is the most authentic. Because Auroritas makes seasonless chicken. Yeah, Auroritas makes seasonless chicken, and they use like fucking that cheddar pepper jack cheese sometimes. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck is this shit? Like, like who the fuck in Mexico uses pepper jack and fucking cheddar cheese? Nah. I'm not having that. That's Taco Bell shit. Come on. And by the way, I love Taco Bell. Top fast food.
That's only
Top
a
3.
Puerto Rico
Top
thing,
2.
though. Taco Bell in the States is shit. Taco Bell in PR, though, is God tier.
Oh yeah, of course. Like
Um,
Americans don't know how to cook, man. Like that's all I'm gonna say.
I wanna
That like they can burgers because you don't have to really season a lot of burgers. You just put like salt and pepper in that shit and it's golden. Like come on. But if you put adobo in that shit, oh motherfucker.
oh, I bought
Nothing
adobo.
but carajo. Shout out to Adobo, mano.
Shout out to Goya and
Oh, yeah,
fucking
man.
adobo.
Oh, yeah,
God
oh,
damn.
he's
Not sponsored, but if you want to sponsor us, give us a shout out. Come on, Goya. Come on. Like this podcast. Like it has to be good. Come on.
Dude, I had my mom send me adobo de Puerto Rico, like,
Oh.
you know, like, so I could cook with it because I was not gonna not use it to
I
cook.
bought some.
I mean, you can make your own adobo. It's honestly not that hard.
I found it at the
Mm.
store.
Like if you look at the ingredients, you can find it in any supermarket.
Yeah, I know, but
But yeah.
Okay, so
it's nice to have like the, you know, the actual shaker and shit. But anyway, I'm gonna use the Mexican food thing to jump back to our main topic, which is like moving into the United States. How many times did people say to you like, wait, don't you like this food? Like as if that was your native food, you know, or like your food from where you come from. Like how many times did that ever happen to you? Because it happened to me like a
Yes.
couple of times.
yes, a lot. A lot. Any
Hey man,
anything with meat and cheese in any like combination is an automatic, don't you like this? And I'm like, I mean, yes, but that's because I like meat and cheese and not because it's like what I should like.
dude, no. I got it.
You don't really use so much cheese in Puerto Rico, honestly.
Yeah,
Like,
no, we don't really use, I guess, that much cheese and things. Yeah. No, but I'll do another one that it was the most common for me, not the meat and cheese one, the spice one. People were like, "This is spicy, don't you like it?" I'm like, "Bro, no,
Yes.
I'm not a spicy person, and no, neither is Puerto Rican like cuisine."
Yes.
oh, Ugh, I don't like people that don't like spicy things, and that includes my girl. My girlfriend doesn't like spicy things, and it really hurts me because it's like, dude,
Everyone
it's so
listening,
good.
that means that Navia also doesn't like Adrian and me because neither of us can really handle spice. Um,
Yeah, no,
Yeah, because that is so stupid from you
I
guys.
can
Like,
handle
come on, you
Dude,
I
gotta
can
like
take a little
spice.
dude.
spice, but like
Yeah, no, I'm not saying like I'm a complete wimp, but like I don't like like super spicy thing. There's some things that people like eat spicy, and I'll try it. And I'll be like, why do you enjoy eating this?
yeah, my dad will literally take
Okay,
out a bottle of Tabasco and just destroy whatever it is he's eating. Like he just pours it on. And I tried it once. I don't even taste the food anymore. It's just like hot. And he's like, that's great.
yeah, but Tabasco's not that hot. Come on, it's
For
not
me,
that
it
hot.
is.
It's not okay. Then I have definitely higher tolerance than you do.
You put a
Like,
lot of
okay, so
Tabasco,
like,
then for me it is. Like if it's a little bit, it's fine. But if you fucking destroy it with Tabasco, I mean, that shit piles up.
okay, Tabasco is one. I really don't like Tabasco sauce because it's flavor. I don't like it. I prefer so I really like when people make mustard hot sauce, and by mustard is like this obviously it has mustard flavor, and it's very thick. It's a thick hot sauce. I like hot sauces with flavor, and when it's sweet and spicy, like I've tasted this mango spicy sauce made here. I don't even remember the fucking place, but it was so good because like it's really subtle. Like at the beginning, it's like, oh, it's kind of spicy. Then when like you keep eating, it's like, oh shit. Like by the time you figure out how spicy it is, your lips are already like how do you say this?
Numb.
No, but when they're like Kardashian sized
Uh,
lips.
yeah, they're poofy. They're poofy.
Yeah, they're already puffed out and shit.
Okay, so
So yeah.
So yeah, no. So I think we should go back to the point of like el hangueo, like hanging out, like because I think one big thing about like how hanging out, especially nightlife wise, is in the States. First off, for anyone who doesn't
Yeah,
know this,
it's boring in the United States and it's fun
wait,
in Puerto
what?
Rico. That's it. It's boring in the US and it's fun in Puerto Rico. That's
Okay,
it's
wait,
different. It's
mira,
different
mira.
culture, man.
The thing is, okay, also that.
the only thing Michigan has over Puerto Rico, it's legal weed. That's it.
Which just recently became a thing.
Yeah, and in Puerto Rico, it's kind of almost legal for everyone. You just have to say you have anxiety. Like that's it.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, okay, yeah, no, going back to the nightlife and how like hanging out is and that type of stuff. It's first off, obviously legal drinking age in Puerto Rico, 18. Also, no one gets carded. No one gets carded. No one gives a shit.
Exactly. So it's actually like 16, 15.
Exactly. No, I remember. Yeah, no, exactly. We've had a lot of experience where we saw 15-year-olds drinking. Like it's
I
pretty
mean,
easy to do.
hey, like I'm younger than most of my friends and classmates, and Carlos also, because I was born in October, Carlos in December of '98, and everybody was older than we were. So we were drinking when our friends were drinking. So our friends were maybe 16, so we were 15 when we started drinking, at least for me. So yeah, every time, like everything my friends did first, except for driving, of course, because you do get ID'd when you're driving, of course.
Obviously, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Obviously. But yeah, like I drank at my first drink was honestly like 12, 13, because like you sneak in the beer. But like my first
Diablo, cabrón.
openly, I mean, hey, like you're at a party, you're with the cousins, and you're like, yo, I'm gonna sneak a beer. Check this out. And you like share the beer between everyone there, and it's so dumb.
Ugh.
But like, hey, you do that.
That's no, I didn't do
Dude,
that.
it's family, dude. It's family.
I had my first drink with my dad. I was like 13 or 14, but it was like, hey, so before you start going out there and doing anything stupid, you're gonna have a drink with me right here. I was like, cool, okay.
Oh yeah, that was at 12. I did that at 12. Like my dad was like, before you do something stupid, taste this. And he gave me like the full on beer. I was like, cool. Chug. No. Didn't chug it because I drank like at 12. But I remember this one time. Okay, so in context, there are these festivals this one festival in Puerto Rico called Las Calles de San Sebastián. I've been there like almost every year of my life, and I always went when I was a kid. Obviously, my parents left before nighttime, or like right at nighttime, so that for security and shit or whatever. And I remember at one time my dad packed a bag with 2 equal bottles. One had water, one had rum.
Ooh.
Again, both bottles were the same. And I was like, I didn't know what the bottles had. I thought they were both water. So I took one, chugged it, and it was rum. I was 13. And I was like I was drinking it, chugging it. Then I was like, yo, what the fuck? This shit is burning my throat off. And I was like, I kept chugging and shit because I was like really thirsty.
Oh.
Then I put it back. I chugged like half the bottle.
Oh my god! Oh
Yeah, like it was really bad. And I had like most of it in my mouth because I didn't know what to do with it. I was like, should I drop it? I was like, no. I will be a man. I'm gonna man it up. I'm gonna chug it. And I drank it all. I was kind of dizzy, to be honest. I was pretty dizzy. Like it was like, the fuck is happening,
I'm
bro?
surprised
Like,
you
what?
weren't more.
What?
I'm surprised you weren't like more. I mean, you said this happened at what, 13? Yeah, exactly. And you said half the bottle, so I was like, damn. Wait,
I mean,
how big was the bottle?
not half a liter. Like you know,
Oh,
like
okay.
like it was
Una
kind of
caneca.
smaller.
Es como una
It was
caneca.
yeah, like basically una canega. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Which is
Like
like
yeah, like a canteen.
yeah, that's what it means.
So yeah, like I took half of that. I was like, oh shit. I was kind of dizzy. That was my first drunk experience.
Oh, how lovely.
And yeah, like I was 13 and didn't know what the fuck was happening. I didn't tell anyone. Like, of course, my parents. Like, then I was like, oh, I was drunk? What? like, yeah, it was kind of fun. But hey, first time for everything.
Hell yeah. So I got a story as well that's circling back to the whole like moving to the States differences and shit. So
Yep.
I don't know how you guys can relate to this, but like I said, so I visited the States a lot when I was a kid to see family. And one of the things that I
Probably
always
won't be able to relate.
yeah, but one of the things that I've always found really weird is that my cousins would every now and then just walk in and be like, "Oh yeah, hey, mom, can I invite X person to come over tonight, or can I go to this person's house tonight?" And usually the answer is always, "Yes, sure, no problem." Um, so and then I was just thinking like, if I want to go have like a hangout, if I want to hang out with a friend at whatever age I was, 11, 12, even after that, even like 15, I gotta like tell my parents, hey, I want to hang out with this person X time. Like I want to hang out with Adrian and Alejandro this Friday, like starting around 2 p.m. after school. And I'll probably be back around like 7 p.m. And if you're younger, then you gotta have your parents call their parents and set up like a date for you guys to meet, and it's gotta be in advance. I'm like, what is this shit of like just going in and asking, "Can
Yeah,
we do
but
this
that's
again?"
more like
I was so I was
yeah, but that's more the fault of Puerto Rico planning, like housing planning. Because in the US, like basically all the friends are neighborhood friends, and by neighborhood I mean like the area, because they all go to the same schools and they have a
Yeah.
planned transportation system.
Yeah.
We do not.
yeah,
No, we don't.
So like
yeah.
in Puerto Rico, there are like most well, I'm not gonna say most, but a lot of neighborhoods, especially from private school kids live at, are closed
Yeah, they're
neighborhoods.
gated. They're gated.
They're gated neighborhoods. Also, everybody lives wherever the fuck they want. So obviously, it's a private school, so you don't need to live somewhere to be placed there. And third, like in Puerto Rico, wherever you want to go to, you have to go there by car, unless you
Yeah.
live in like in the San Juan, like the old San Juan Condado, like the touristic areas, because
Yeah, but like
you can walk.
yeah.
But like where I live, like if I want to walk somewhere, it's gonna take a while.
Like you can walk to Adrian's house. That's about it though.
That is
Yeah,
true.
but
He could
I have to go out of my gated neighborhood, walk all the way to his, because his entrance is further away than his house from
Mhm.
mine for some fucked
Yeah,
up
no, he
reason.
has it. You have to do basically like a whole loop around like
Exactly.
the
And
area, basically.
I have to go to like it's not normal things Puerto Ricans do.
No, you know what
it,
would have been
you
awesome
usually
if
don't do
like
that.
if Ann Arbor was a city in like Puerto Rico, or like there was a city or like an environment like that, because obviously in Ann Arbor you walk everywhere. There's obviously like a great public transportation system and all that, and you can get anywhere, you can walk anywhere. So like it's like, yeah, let's go. And like imagine that, but like with a Puerto Rican nightlife, that would be
I mean,
amazing.
it's basically condado, basically.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but
But no, the thing is, I love because it kind of switches as you like, become like because this is the thing. Like, yeah, you say the thing about like, oh yeah, like, oh, your cousins like would be like, oh, can I hang out with this friend and go to their house or whatever, like as a kid, and like, oh yeah, like it's like very like spur of the moment kind of thing. And in Puerto Rico, obviously, as kids, you got to be like, oh, you got to tell your parents, they got to drop you off. Obviously, again, like Navia said, you have to drive everywhere. So it's be like your parents have to be willing to drive you there. If they're like tired or something, be like, no, you can, don't hang out with your friend today. Um, whatever. And also, yeah, you got to tell them in advance because obviously so there's a higher chance of, yeah, you being able to go and that type of stuff. But then it kind of switches because then now, like, let's say like you're in that 18 to 22-year-old range, college life range. Like now I feel like in Puerto Rico, it's like when you hang out, it can be more spur of the moment because obviously most like you have a car, your friends also have a car, so you just like, hey, vamos para la placita mañana or like tonight or whatever, and then it's like, oh yeah, dale. But and then in the States, like you can be like, does anyone want to do something, man? And they're like, I don't know, and it's like a lot of that,
People,
and I'm like, I want to hang out with someone or maybe someone.
but
I
I
feel
mean,
like I slowly turned into that, like an American, be like, I'll just stay in and watch it and watch a movie.
yeah,
or play video
you're
game."
definitely like you're definitely like that.
No, but the thing is, no, no, no,
I
no.
have to force you to go out. Come
What?
on.
No, 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 no. Not that much. Come on. Ante, maybe in high school, yeah, definitely.
I mean, in high school, I
Ahora,
had to fight to
no,
fucking
no, no.
go out of
Okay,
the house.
you're
Like
kind
I
of
remember when we went to San Juan at nights, and I was like, Adrian, yo, let's go. He was like, nah, man, I don't
okay,
feel
but
like that.
vamos a ver,
I was like,
claro. Okay, but like if I still think about San Juan and I compare it to like El Tablado or La Placita, I like those two places way more than San Juan. Also because it's
I
just much
mean,
easier to get to those places.
it's like next to her house, and it's like cheap ass drinking. Like, come on.
Exactly. So like San Juan is like a trip.
Yeah, but it's not like a party. Like, like you can't party in El Tablado. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, no,
I
no,
want
you
to.
don't party, but like it's still like I like it as a hangout spot. But no, the thing is, and like going back to like the lifestyle portion of like like the nightlife. Obviously, when we both moved to the States, obviously we're 18. You can drink, obviously, again, Puerto Rico and 18, but like obviously US is 21 and they're super strict about it. So like the only way you can drink as like obviously as an 18-year-old is like frat parties, which are fucking disgusting to any frat boys out there listening to me. First off, fuck you guys. I hate you and your whole culture or whatever. And your parties are absolutely disgusting. Also, we all know what you're doing to women in there. So like let's
Yeah,
let's just
yeah.
let's just cancel.
You just don't understand Greek culture.
Dude, I think I understand it pretty well. Dude, no, I went to a handful of I think frat parties over my 4 years of college, and it's all I needed to see. I was like, this is not it.
I'll talk about.
But yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's like
I've never been to a frat party. My dad is actually part of a frat, but it's a Puerto Rican frat.
yeah, but frats in Puerto Rico are obviously not the same as because those are professional
I mean,
frats.
no, they're not. They're not.
No, but like they're I mean, I'm not saying like as
They don't like people don't own like frat houses in Puerto Rico.
exactly, there's not that environment. I
The only
mean,
place that are like actual like the closest thing to a U.S. frat in Puerto Rico is in Mayagüez because the closest college in Puerto Rico to the U.S. is Mayagüez because it's like a campus. People live around campus. There aren't dorms, but there are like student housing, and it's not from the university. It's more like independent, but it's still like cheap housing. It's cheaper than any other fucking place in Puerto Rico
yeah,
Talk
is.
no.
more about experiences in frat places in next episode.
Yeah, no, no, no. Actually, I want to leave the frat because we wanted to make the original plan for this is to be like a two-part episode. Like this is kind of like the lifestyle culture part of it, and then like the next part should be like the college part of like the actual like campus life kind of part of it, which is very different. Obviously, here in Puerto Rico because it's a commuter, like all schools are commuter campuses. You're not living on the campus except in Mayagüez, which is different and whatnot. But yeah, no. But the thing is, like again, with the hangouts, el hangueo, you're So yeah, there's frat parties if you want to get booze. It's either that or you have to get a fake ID that's believable enough that maybe you can buy like some alcohol yourself. I never had a fake ID. I never like first off, those are expensive as fuck, and I'm too cheap a motherfucker to
Mm.
like get one.
Do I have
So like what I would do is, and this was taught to me by one of my cousins actually, is to like when you're like traveling from like obviously like every airport, there's those tax duty free shops or whatever in the airport. I would buy alcohol there, like a liter of Donku or whatever, and they would give it to you in a bag, and then I would put that bag in the backpack I had on as like I had with me as a carry-on, and I would bring it like I would basically smuggle it back with me to the States, and then like I would have to make sure that would last me. Usually I would bring back 2 liters, like one for me, one for my roommate. And I would have to make sure that lasted until the next time I came home and traveled back, so like
Oh,
I could.
dude, that's way too long. 1 liter in my house takes about in December it takes a week, maybe less, maybe like 3 days.
Yeah, but now
And in
okay,
summer
if you've
it
never
takes like
spent Christmas in Puerto Rico, obviously you're not gonna spend Christmas as a Puerto Rican, but like maybe you can get close enough. It's nonstop party. It's amazing. It's not stop eating, partying, all of that. Oh, it's amazing.
nonstop drinking. It's so good. It's
Nonstop
so
drinking.
Okay.
But
I got a really quick story. So
dale.
about fake IDs. So I never had one because I just didn't care, and I wasn't gonna pay for it. Because I saw people use fake IDs and get wrecked. Like I got fully wrecked. Um, so turned 21 last year in December, and I was after I turned 21. I'm helping my sister move into an apartment at her university in Boston, and it's all going swimmingly, no problems. And then like my dad's buying something for her apartment, and I go to like liquor store like 2 doors down to just buy some booze for her. And I pick up whatever she wants. I go to the cashier and I go like, "Here you go." And he's like, "Okay, can I see your ID?" And I'm like, I was like, "Bro, of course. I'm 21 now. Take my driver's license. Take my driver's license out and give it to him." And then he goes like, "Oh yeah, you're not in the system." And I'm like, "What do you mean I'm not in the system?" And he's like, "Yeah, your car's not in the system." I'm like, "Well, I'm from Puerto Rico. Is that a problem?" And he's like, "Yeah, so you're just the company that provides like the license information for us. Puerto Rico is not included, so we can't sell you anything." So I'm like, "You're telling me I turned
these racist ass
like, you're telling me
motherfuckers. Like what the fuck
I
are we talking
turned
about?
21 to then have my license rejected." I was like, "Oh my god."
No, dude. I
I mean,
have,
hey, wait. Hey, you're in the middle of buttfuck Virginia. What
but
do
that
you
was in
expect?
Boston, right?
That was in Boston.
Oh, that was in
That's
Boston?
because Boston is really
Yeah.
strict on, like, drinking. Like, it hasn't happened to me in
Oh lol.
Virginia. I bought alcohol in Virginia, no problem,
Out
but
of all places,
yeah,
Boston.
Boston is really
And fuck
fucking strict.
Boston.
I don't know why.
Anyway, no, but I have a
Boston is
very
really strict, but every each and every one of my classmates and people I know that have been there have been drinking nonstop since they got there. So I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know if it's your problem,
no,
but
but
everybody I know has been drinking in Boston since they were like 18 and started college, you know?
It's just
no,
me.
but like I actually have a very similar story to like Carlos in terms of that, because like I once went, um, there's this really cool club in Ann Arbor. It's called the Blind Pig, and they host like concerts in like a very like it's a club setting, so it's a very like small room basically for a concert. So like it's a cool environment. I love it, and I've gotten the chance to go to like 3 concerts over my life, and it was like some of the best concerts of my life. But you get carded at the door, so you can like either drink or not. Like you get a mark obviously if you can't drink. So like if you go to the bar, they'll see it and be like, well, we can't
Yeah,
sell.
yeah, that's stupid. Like that's so dumb. That's
But
so dumb. Like in Puerto Rico, like there's this bar called Club 77, which holds like concerts there also. And I've went to a couple there, and like people just mosh pit, drink, and fucking snort cocaine in the middle of the mosh pit. And I've seen that. I've seen that happen. Like, yeah, I was in a mosh pit, and this guy just like takes a bag of cocaine, sniffs it off, and starts throwing punches at everybody. I was like, oh shit, oh shit. I got out of the mosh pit because I was like, I'm not taking the punches of this fucking asshole.
Holy
no,
shit.
Like,
yeah.
yeah, so that is like the rock club in Rio Piedras. and it's really really fun because like people are either high or like fucking blown off their mind on cocaine, and they're like snorting cocaine in your face, and they offer you, and you're like, oh no thanks, I'm good. I'm like, yeah, I just took a big ass snort like in the back, so I'm not gonna take any of that and shit. But like, yeah, like they just it's so open and it's so fun. And they're like, "Oh, you're 16. Yeah, we didn't ID you, so we don't know." So, oh, whoops, I gave you a drink. Whoops. You know, like in Puerto Rico, nobody
Yeah.
gives a shit
Yeah, no, no,
unless
no.
unless it's like a very touristy place, I guess maybe. And some places do have their like restrictions. There are bars here that are like 23 and over because they don't want like little kids fucking
Yeah.
drinking and shit.
Yeah, no. But like continuing on that story, so for one of those concerts, um I, give my ID. I like for all three of these concerts, I was already 21 by the time all of them happened. So like I would give my ID at the entrance, and for I think it was like the second one. Yeah, the second one. I gave my ID. They look at it for like a fat minute, like a long time. Like they are holding up the line. People trying to come in, and like they're just staring at my ID. And like the dude just eventually goes, yeah, like yeah, no, and then like he just gives me the same. I was already like too tired to like not fight it, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have fun anyway. So like, who gives a shit?
No,
Also,
no,
the
no.
drinks are super expensive.
You had to be a Karen. You had to call their manager because they're
Oh,
racist.
like
And I
oh,
can't believe you're
could you
discriminating me because
imagine
I'm
being
Puerto
no?
Rican.
Could you imagine being a Karen, but like instead of the Karen being the racist, the Karen is fighting against racism? That'd be wild.
Dude, holy shit.
But like, yeah, no. So like, they didn't like they just marked me, and they're like, I guess okay then. And it happens to bars a lot. Like anytime I get my ID, like I'll be like, check. Like always point to like the part where they have to see my birthday, and
Yeah.
even then they'll be look at it like a fat man. I'm like, yes, because everyone's making a fake Puerto Rican ID. Like which dumbass is gonna think
Yeah,
about fake
Adrian.
Puerto Rican? I've heard of like the most common states.
Actually, there are plenty of fake
I've
Puerto
never
Rican
seen one,
IDs in
Adrian,
so
the
I
but
wouldn't
US.
it
know.
get
Like I've heard
the
stories.
difference between okay, so I got two things to say. And then I think we should call it pretty soon. So
Yeah, we should
one
probably
is that
wrap up
your
soon.
ID and my ID are vastly different because my ID inherently looks fake. Like the picture on my ID is I have a smile, I'm
Oh,
branding Reebok, and I'm like tilted to the side. So it looks like the fakest ID in the world. I don't know how it hasn't been
Yeah, but the
confiscated.
Puerto Rican DMV,
I know.
Puerto Rican DMV doesn't
But
work.
it's
It
it's
sucks
I
ass.
know, but it's
oh,
just
dude.
beautiful how fake it looks, and it's real. It's real. Like I shit you not. I'm not gonna show it, but take my word for it. It's real. Um,
I mean, we could take a picture and post it on
no,
Instagram.
no,
That's
no,
not
Be
a
like,
gracias,
problem.
this is what we're talking
no,
about.
gracias.
Come
The
on, come
second thing I
on,
was gonna
come
say is
on. You just want to look at your
what I
face. Your
what I would
pretty face.
say
Come on,
the second
baby.
thing I want to say is like what I would consider to be like the most blatant like cultural and like lifestyle difference between PR and the states is that is the whole like what you were saying, the drinking scene. So you say Puerto Rico doesn't care. So yes, like they care, but like the culture, like like what we said, our parents like start getting us like easing us into it when we're younger, and then by the time we're like 16, 15, 16, 17, we are able to make okay,
Bueno.
Adrian, you're another topic. Navias and my parents ease us into
Yeah.
it, and by the time we're like 15, 16, 17, they like decide, you know what, we're gonna take the hand off the wheel here a little bit. We're gonna trust you guys to make some choices, and you might fuck up, but by the time you'll hopefully learn, and it won't be such a big fuck up. When I went to college, oh my god, the amount of people that were just
Everybody fucks up.
dying, bro. They were just dead. Like the amount of puke that I have cleaned up is insane. Like it's disgusting. I have cleaned sofas, I have cleaned beds, I have cleaned humans. It is not
Yo,
First
I'm
off,
gonna be straight honest. I'm gonna be straight honest. That shit of cleaning is on you, because every time somebody pukes, I'm like, peace out. I don't clean puke. I don't look at anyone. I'm like, oh, you puked?
no
I'm out.
man.
I don't even
I'm
say
too na
anything. Like,
I'm
because it's no,
I
no, no. I'm
nah.
not even like no. I'm a good person, and I'm gonna help all my friends and everything. But
Mhm.
I'm not touching your puke. That is disgusting. And if you puke, that's on you. You're an
I mean,
ass. Like you made an ass of yourself.
I didn't
Like I have puked at parties, and I'm like, oh, I made an ass of myself. But I mean, I puked on one party, and it was you. No, you weren't. You both weren't there because you guys were
I
assholes.
would have remembered.
No, you weren't there because it was in Culebra. But come on,
Me cago en la-
We organized that shit though.
and you guys weren't there. Yeah, you organized it, and you didn't fucking go. But
We'll
it was the best
provide
thing
more
ever.
context in a later episode about
Yeah,
that.
it's a whole story, so we'll
It's a
talk about
whole
it
ass
in another
story.
episode. Yeah, I was gonna say a story about drinking. Like this is the last thing I'm gonna say. I was talking to my mom the other day, and she was like, we're like, yeah, because Puerto Rican drinking and shit, and like people drink early, and I'm like, I mean, she was like, yeah, but I couldn't expect you to not like drinking because, okay, so she didn't know she was pregnant, right? And like it was like 1 month into pregnancy, or two, maybe two.
How do you not
She
know
went
you're
to
pregnant at 2?
I don't know. I don't know the details. Maybe 1, maybe 2. I don't
I
fucking
believe
know. Maybe
1. I don't believe 2.
maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I don't
Oh, okay,
fucking know.
okay.
Point is, she went to she went to Cancun on a business trip because of her company. They rewarded her office for sales, or I don't know what the fuck. So she went on Cancun and shit, and like there were free margaritas everywhere, everywhere, and she was like drinking margaritas with like nonstop, dude. She was like, "Oh, it's not full. I'm gonna take another one. I'm gonna take another one." Like she was on it, you know. She was on a vibe with margaritas, and like she got home after that weekend, maybe a week. I don't know how long it was, and she was like, "Oh, I'm pregnant. Oops." Like, whoop. Let's see how this goes. And then I can't. Then there came me. You know that I'm here, boys. So if I didn't like drinking, that would have been so ironic, you know. But by the way, there is some irony in this, and she was drinking margaritas, and I really don't like margaritas.
Yeah, I don't like 'em either.
I don't like this. I love Mexican food, but I don't like tequila. I don't like the taste of it. It makes me want to puke,
I can
and
only I
I
can
don't
only
like
have
it. Like everybody
I
says,
hate it.
like I prefer a shot of 151 over tequila all day, any day.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I've taken those.
I can
Like
only I can only take tequila as a shot if everyone's doing it. Like everyone has to be doing it, and
no,
they bought it
no,
for me.
like
Like
everybody orders tequila, and I'm like, yeah, 151. And also, I've once, I would say that I'm not having tequila to like a group of friends in my West, and they were like, "Oh, you're gonna pussy out on us?" And I was like, "Yeah, I will pussy out on you." And they were like, "Nah, we're gonna get you a shot." They were like, "What's the hardest shot you have?" And the bar was like, "Yeah, okay, we have like Black Label mixed with 151." And they were like, "That." And I was like, "I'll take it." And it was like a pretty big shot, and I had to drink it all. Yo.
oh,
After that shot, I don't remember what happened. That was a fun night.
Adrian,
All I can say was a fun night.
Adrian. All I'm gonna say is I think it was the Gladiator or something like that, or the Trojan, and it was one of those
Oh,
two.
no, the
That's
Trojan horse.
that's a whole
Yes.
different segment, and you guys will enjoy it. But that is
Yeah,
Next
but for
episode.
now,
Next
we're
episode.
heading
yeah,
out.
that's
We're
another
heading out.
episode.
Next episode, we're gonna talk about more about the college part of it, where I'll probably rip the hell out of frat boys and frat parties, or just campus life in general.
Yeah.
But
You
without,
ripped the hell out of all Americans.
yeah, I mean, we basically doing that. Sorry, and I'm gonna say then not sorry for Navia, because I know he's not gonna say sorry. For any states that we offended tonight.
Dude, I'm gonna take the Tom Segura route, and I'm gonna not apologize. But hey, so
Well,
we're gonna end this episode right
yeah.
here.
So,
And by
no,
the
wait. I
way,
thought you guys wanted to do like a quick like a.
fuck flat earthers.
Oh yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
flat.
we're gonna do the recap. So in recap, fuck flat earthers. Fuck all of you flat earthers. Get the fuck out of my podcast. Get the fuck out of my podcast. I don't want you here. I don't want your ass here. I don't want honor you. Like,
Get out of here, Kyrie
fuck the
Irving.
flat
Get
Earth.
out of here, Kyrie Irving. Don't want you.
Oh no, actually, dude, I love Kyrie Irving, but every time he opens his mouth, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Dude.
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
Oh yeah, man. You know what? No. Now that I think of it,
Oh Lord.
Kyrie Irving's the J.K. Rowling of basketball, because you love his work, but anytime he opens his mouth, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
yeah, dude, what are you talking about?
It's like,
Like,
what the
you know
fuck?
that,
Just
you know, like the Westbrook meme that I can't quote because reasons. Because reasons.
yeah, there's reasons. There's absolute reasons.
A big word reason.
Yes.
Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram as Puerto Ricans Podcast and on Twitter as Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna leave it in the fucking description. It's hard.
It's Puerto Rico Pod. I don't know if you can
Yeah, like
understand it.
nobody's gonna understand that.
I
It's
know.
it's in the description, guys.
Yes, in the
We love
description.
you.
Yeah.
And hey, success! I'm not shitting myself.
Yeah.
Oh, we made it.
No,
We
you're not.
did it,
You're
guys.
not. We're
We
wait.
reached
Let's.
the end of the podcast, and I'm not shitting myself.
Yep.
As soon as
No
should-
shots
you
for
de-
you today.
You deserve an award.
as soon as we finish, he's going straight to the toilet.
Oh,
No,
for
no,
sure.
dude. I swear, like, I swear, I'm not shitting myself.
Oh god.
Should we plug our socials too, like our own social medias too?
Oh yeah. By the way, I am soy Navia, soy_Navia. By the way, yes, it's soy like the soy sauce, but in Spanish, it's not soy sauce because fuck you, Americans. But yeah, it's gonna be put down in the description down below. Also, also on Twitter, I don't know my thing, so I'm gonna put it on the
I
description.
don't know my
also.
thing
Yeah.
anywhere. So
Like I don't even know my password to Twitter, dude. I don't even know my password. Okay, like Twitter is open 24/7 on my phone. I don't need to know the password.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither.
okay, guys.
Yeah, no. You can find me AGON289 on Instagram. I'm Lanky PR on Twitter. You know, just give me a
Yeah.
follow if you want.
You can find me in the description. Don't, because it's not gonna be worth your while. Just follow them.
This is why I changed my name. This is why I changed my usernames to more basic things than I had them originally, because I knew we were gonna do this podcast. I was like, I want to plug them at the end. I want to be able to plug them.
I just don't use it. I
Yeah, but I mean, my usernames are in Spanish, so like
Yeah, no,
Americans
that's the
won't-
problem. That's the problem. Also, I mean, but Carlos, I know you're not. You're probably out of all three of us. I know you're the one that's on social media by far the least, but I am on Twitter all the time.
oh
Why did it sound like you just came?
I don't know. I don't know, dude. Because Twitter, you know what? Because Twitter's that great. Twitter's that great.
Oh, Twitter.
Twitter. Anyway,
the
yeah,
time.
that's it.
we call
That's
it. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah,
See you next
catch us next week, guys. Saturday.
No bell.
Look at me, senpai.
Oh my god.